Hey everyone, and welcome. We're about to tackle a really big idea today, something that's changing how businesses see their IT departments. We're talking about shifting IT from being just a cost center, a line item on a budget, to being a genuine value driver that actively helps the company grow. And the key to all of this, it's something called IT service management, or ITSM.
So let me just ask you this straight up. Think about your company's IT team right now. Do you see them as a cost center? The folks you call when something's broken, the ones who just keep the lights on? Or do you see them as a strategic partner, a group that's actually driving the business forward? It's a really important question, and it's at the heart of everything we're going to talk about.
All right, here's our game plan. We're going to start with the basics, what ITSM actually is. Then we'll get into why it matters so much. After that, we'll walk through a real-world roadmap for putting it into practice. We'll also touch on the skills you need if you're working in this space. And finally, we'll look at the frameworks that can help guide you. Sound good? Let's do it. Okay, first things first. What in the world is IT service management? Well, that subtitle really nails it. It's all about a fundamental shift, moving the focus away from just the tech itself and onto the service that tech provides.
So let's be super clear. ITSM isn't some piece of software you can just go out and buy. It's a philosophy, a strategic approach. It's how you manage the entire life cycle of IT services, everything from designing them to delivering and improving them, all with one single purpose, to meet the goals of the business. It's about making sure every single thing IT does has a direct line back to what the company is trying to achieve.
And this slide right here, this shows the difference perfectly. The old way, traditional IT, was all about the tech. The main goal was just to keep the servers from crashing. Success was measured in things like uptime or how many support tickets you closed. But with ITSM, the whole perspective changes. It's about the service and the business outcome. The goal isn't just to keep things running, it's to deliver actual value. And you measure success by asking, is the service quality good? And, maybe most importantly, are our users happy? Big difference, right? So now we have an idea of what it is. The next logical question is, why should you care? Why does this matter? Well, this is where it gets really interesting, because this is the business case for thinking about IT in a whole new way. And the benefits are huge. When you focus on making processes more efficient, guess what? Costs go down. It's just natural. When you improve the quality and reliability of your services, your customers and your employees are way more satisfied. Suddenly, the business can move faster, it can scale up without breaking things, and IT is perfectly aligned with what the rest of the company is doing. Plus, there's clear accountability. Everybody knows who owns what. I absolutely love this quote. It just sums up the entire idea. You're transforming IT from being like the power company, just a utility that's expected to be there, into a real strategic partner that the business can count on to help them innovate and succeed. It's a total game changer. Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. Now it's time for the fun part, the how. How do you take this great concept and actually make it happen in your organization? The good news is, it's not some big mystery. There's a pretty clear path. It really comes down to these 4 logical steps. First, you have to look in the mirror. You got to assess where you are right now. What are your processes? What are the pain points? Then you figure out where you want to go. You define your goals and design the new way of doing things. Step 3 is where the rubber meets the road. You implement the tools and, crucially, train your people. And finally, and this is so important, it's never one and done. ITSM is a cycle. You constantly measure how you're doing and look for ways to get better. Now, you can have the best processes and the fanciest tools in the world, but they're useless without the right people. Success really, truly depends on your team. So what kind of skills does it take to be great in the world of ITSM today? Let's take a look. Okay, for anyone looking to build a career in IT, pay close attention to this. What's the first thing on the list? It's not a technical skill. It's business acumen. You have to understand the business you're trying to serve. It's number 1 for a reason. Then comes communication. Being able to explain what you're doing and why it's valuable is absolutely essential. Of course, great problem solving is a must, getting to the root cause. And you have to have that process-minded way of thinking to build things that are efficient and repeatable. The great thing is, you don't have to start from a blank page. You don't have to reinvent the wheel here. There are well-established playbooks out there, frameworks, and standards that can give you a really solid foundation to build on. And you probably heard of at least a few of these. ITEL's the big one. It's kind of like the master cookbook for IT service best practices. Think of COBIT more like the rule book. It's focused on governance, controls, and making sure you're compliant. Then there's ISO 20000, which is the official international standard, like a seal of approval you can get certified for. And even DevOps fits in here. It's more of a cultural movement, but its goals of collaboration and delivering value fast are perfectly aligned with ITSM.
But here is the most important takeaway about frameworks, so please listen to this. They are guides, not gospels. They are not a rigid set of rules you have to follow to the letter. The organizations that get this right are the ones that take the principles from these frameworks and then adapt them. They make them fit their own company culture, their own size, and their own unique needs. You have to be flexible. So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought to chew on. After everything we've talked about, from the high-level strategy down to the specific skills, just ask yourself this one simple, powerful question. What is the one service improvement that your business needs most right now? Because figuring that out, that's your first step on the journey from being a cost center to becoming a true value driver. Thanks so much for tuning in.